Hi, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. My name is Lois. Welcome to my channel. As little as I'm not on even every week. I'm glad you're here if whenever you end up stopping by. For me, it is 2 days before Thanksgiving, so it's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I think everybody that can be off is off tomorrow to do either travel or to get started on cooking or both. I'm going to be having my girls over this year, so I'll be doing, I'll be doing cooking because we're all going to come together, and have a potluck. I don't have a big oven right now, so my oldest daughter is going to cook the turkey, and the rest of us are going to handle the sides. She's bringing actually several sides. She loves the cooking part, and the traditional stuff that her kids love her to make. As part of that, I'm not the most amazing cook, so I don't have a long list of, Nana, would you make this? Would you make that kind of thing? But I do have a new cookie, and I'm anchored to my couch right now because my phone is dying. But I have a really good opportunity to do a video, so that's why I'm doing a video anchored to my couch. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm looking forward to trying a new cookie. It's called a Cool Whip and cake cookie. It's Cool Whip, cake, and eggs, and that's it. I'm going to do a chocolate recipe, so I'm using a devil's food cake recipe. See my earrings? They're little turkeys. They're little wooden turkeys. And I just got myself some Estee Lauder from the counter there, and I ended up getting a kit that you can buy when you buy something from their counter, and you can get this kit. And it had this red lipstick in it, and I don't normally wear red. But wow, I mean, it's pretty red, isn't it? Anyway, my teeth are not nearly as white as I want them to be. Everybody out there with white teeth, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because I smoke a little bit here and there, and I wouldn't say it's enough to make my teeth yellow, but I don't like cigarettes, so you know what I mean. But here and there and rarely. My thing, I think, is probably coffee. So, I have to go see my dentist to get my 6-month cleaning, and he'll just tell me to lay off the coffee or the tea or whatever. Well, I'm not doing that. So I just wondered if anybody is listening and wants to mention it. What are you using to help keep your stains down, from getting out of control, that kind of thing, or what works? And totally, if you keep using it, even while you're drinking coffee, it keeps the stains from settling. Is there something like that out there? Okay, so this is an eating disorder video, so I'll have put my front and back on this. I'm still learning, so forgive me if you've watched a couple of my videos and there's music that's on at the beginning. I wasn't aware that was there, when I was attaching my videos and sewing them together and, getting it out there. And I'm still not all that great with it, but I'll learn. If I'm interested in it, I'll learn it. If I'm half-ass interested in it, then I guess I'll just post what I can. At least I learned to put a front and a back on and a disclaimer. So when I do eating disorder videos, so you can hop out now if this isn't even like your thing or whatever. I have anorexia, and I have progressed from, I'm not at my thinnest by any means right now, but my health has declined as I've aged. I've had this for 30 years and going up and down 30 pounds. So, and always fighting, if fighting with food, having a problem with food. I don't binge and purge, like Princess Diana, who had bulimia. She got really thin because she threw up so much she wasn't retaining anything. A lot of bulimics do that. I don't have percentages behind me. I'm just talking. But there's also a lot that don't lose weight because they don't always purge what they've eaten. I just don't enjoy eating. So it's once hunger stops for you, it's you don't aren't driven like Thanksgiving. Here, and everybody's talking about overeating and laying around and all of that. I won't. I mean, that's just not something I'll do. Um, I'll have a little bit of whatever I want to have, but it just causes anxiety. And for anybody out there that has an eating disorder, you know what I mean. Whether you're a binger or you are a restrictor like me, and you don't eat much at all. Now, I will eat and nibble at a plate in front of my family and my grandchildren. I absolutely will not. And that's the difference, me now, at my age with an eating disorder versus when I was a teenager and I would refuse to eat and I would throw a fit, and I was in my 20s and I was married and I would throw a fit. I'm not eating. I would end up eating and then just going for a walk with my kids and let them go play on the playground, and I would go find a spot and throw it up. So that's not the same thing as a bulimic. I was retaliating. I didn't want to eat in the first place. When you have bulimia, you do in the moment, and it's overwhelming as I understand it. So they are all mental issues, obviously, because it's how your mind works with food and then how it relates, of course, to nutrition in your body. So I have a pacemaker. I have failing kidneys. I have a very scarred and unhealthy liver. So my liver numbers are high, and my liver has started eating itself. It's a slow process, but I could die of a cardiac arrest. I'm not a candidate for a heart attack. I have a little bit of cholesterol, like up in my neck, in my main arteries, but I guess they've told me it's normal for somebody my age to have just a little bit there, so it's nothing that I'm concerned about. I'd be like, dang, how would I have any fat in my system? I mean, I do have a piece of dark chocolate, or sometimes I'll have a half a donut or something like that. But since I've gotten to where I'm at right now, I don't want any bread or crackers or, any carbs at all. And then milk, I'm at a point where I used to love to drink milk and think I at least was getting nutrition with milk. But now I'm worried about the fat in the milk and the sugar. And so they've decided to recommend me for residential, which I don't know if I want to go and do that. I understand residential is pretty rigorous. I'm willing to do it, but not until the holidays are over. I'm not leaving my what little family that I have. I've lost my dad recently. My sister, her family, and I are far apart, so we don't see each other in many ways, but we don't see each other. So my little family, I don't want to be away from them at Christmas or the holidays. Thanksgiving's in a couple days. I have a lot of things I'm making, and I don't normally cook. I don't normally cook because I don't care if I eat. My husband does a lot of the cooking. It's hard to be a partner with somebody with this, I think. But he has more adapted to how I eat a very little bit. He's always been on the thinner side, and now he's lost weight because he's adopting my eating behaviors to some degree. He's not eating as much as he should be. I know he's not. And it's because I'm not sitting down at the table. So I need to be a better spouse, and I have to sit down at the table with him and nibble at whatever is there, because that's part of being a good spouse, so that he has companionship while he's eating. And I mean, I do that a lot right now. I do, but there is times when I don't. But what's hard about this is I know that I have people that are watching my channel that don't like me. I mean, really don't like me. And I hope you hop off and leave me alone, because I can see when you stop by on my channel, and it really does upset me, because I don't need you standing around with other people looking at my channel and laughing at me, or what I'm saying, or my illness, or what we're going through as regards to, a support person being my husband, ending up with, a wife with this, because I'm not so ill I can't do things and we can't travel. But if, like, when we went recently to Maine, I forgot my medications, all of them. And I have GERD, esophagitis, gastroparesis, which is a paralyzed stomach. It doesn't move or churn food for hours. And so I need meds that help make my stomach move. Otherwise, the food rots in my stomach, then it passes down into the intestines. There's no nutrition there. It just causes a lot of severe bloating and misery. And it doesn't move along right, because it's like rotted food. It just causes a lot of problems from beginning to end. And having things wrong with my throat and my esophagus, and having, it just, anyway. But I am looking forward to cooking for my family, and making some things I know that my girls will like, and a couple of things my grandkids have asked for. So I just wondered how you approach it. If you have an eating disorder, or that you love someone that has an eating disorder, how are you going to approach seeing them over dinner? If I can just say, please don't mention their size, whether they've gotten bigger or they've gotten smaller, don't mention it. Don't mention anything about their appearance, other than they may look nice. Keep it very broad, because they're in a very tense situation, being around all this food, and the focus being around eating a lot of food. And the expectation is you're going to pile your plate, and if you don't, people are going to stare at you. Questions are going to start. It can make you start to have an anxiety attack. So if you have someone in your life, just kind of be aware, whether it's stupid or not to you, it's real. And so try and be conscientious of how you talk to someone that you know through family talk behind closed doors that has a problem with food somehow. I don't think it takes a lot to figure out. If somebody drops and gains 20 or 30 pounds every year or so, every 6 months they're up and down with their weight, or they're super skinny for 2 years and then they get almost plump and then they drop right back down and get super thin again. I mean, it's people that have anorexia can gain weight and still be not eating much because of how hormones work and things, like at the age that I am at. I gained weight in menopause simply because of my hormones, and it had nothing to do with what I was not eating, and that was really hard on me. Really hard on me. I've started losing weight. I can tell by the way my things are fitting me. But hopefully it won't be a spiral down, but whatever. Anyway, they want me to go to this eating disorder clinic and stay for like 30 days or whatever it is. So we'll see if I end up doing that. I mentioned that I got a scholarship to one of these last year, and it fell through. They gave it to someone who was younger, which I understand. And the reasoning to that was explained to me, that they didn't say this, but other anorexics that had been turned down told me in my eating disorder group that that was because they don't want to invest in someone who's had it for 30 years. They don't think that they're curable. So supposedly that's not true, or I wouldn't be wasting my time. But I'm getting sicker and sicker, and so I have to do something about it. I can't ignore it anymore. And it's not something you can just choose to stop. It's just not. It's like telling an alcoholic to just quit drinking. It's not that easy, is it? Well, same thing goes with this. It's how you manage stress down to the cellular level and what your body's used to, and you can't just decide to stop doing it. You have to work with it. You have to start eating. It helps you have healthier thoughts, gives you more energy. You get out and you can exercise and do things. Everything works better when you eat. All the logic in the world. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to go if I end up going. So happy Thanksgiving. I'll come in and do how it all went on my end and how my kids were and everything. They all know that I have an eating disorder, and nobody asks me to eat or not eat or whatever. They try not to even focus on what I'm doing. Sometimes I piddle-paddle around the room and I don't eat at all. And I know that they notice, but I'm trying as they're getting older, because I have a 16 and an 18-year-old grandkids. They're really noticing how I do things. So I don't want that to be the big thing that I am to my grandchildren or to my girls. So I want to be healthy looking. How part of that is my nails help to hide, when you are malnutrition, your nails grow funny. Did you know that? And you can get little blisters on your fingers. So I try and be real aware of all that stuff. Most people don't know, but some people do, and you can feel like you're giving yourself away. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. There's so much to be thankful for. And I will be back again soon. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend. Super Thanksgiving Day with your family or with yourself if you're alone. Done that many times as a divorced mom. And I hope you're able to make it a day that you can relax and enjoy yourself. Don't get hung up on the fact that you don't have a partner if you don't have one and you want one. Don't make your day miserable. If you can make it a good day, try and make it a good day. Do something you really love with your time off. Maybe get a little shopping done. I plan on doing a little shopping. That's a fact. I love Black Friday. Love it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.